Here are some things that I don't buy or that I rarely buy. Number one is notepads. I use the envelopes that I get in the mail, I cut them up, and I make notepads out of those. So I rarely buy notepads for that reason. Why pay for something that I can get for free? It doesn't take long to cut them up. I can do it while I'm watching TV or watching a video. So why pay for something like that? Number two is new clothes, with the exception of underwear. I go into the thrift stores. I have a couple of people who are cleaning out their closets in my direction, so I rarely buy new clothes except for the underwear. I have found things in thrift stores with tags on them, so they're new even though they're in the thrift store. Somebody didn't wear them for whatever reason. Maybe they got stuck at the back of a closet and they forgot about them, and then by the time that they were ready to wear them, maybe they felt like they were out of style. Maybe they didn't fit anymore. Maybe it wasn't the right color. Maybe it didn't look right on them and it was too late to return it to the store and get their money back. So there's a lot of reasons why people may still have tags on clothes that they donate to the thrift shops. Number three is car washes. Now, I make an exception for right after the winter. At the end of winter, I will take the car through the car wash and get the undercarriage done. Since I'm in a snowy, icy climate, I do that. I may do it once midwinter. It depends on if my city has put stuff on the road to break down the snow and ice. This winter it was too cold for them to do that. It would not have worked. So I haven't bought a car wash so far this year. I would again do one at the end of winter. I use the 2-bucket method. I have a bucket of soapy water, a bucket of clear water, some rags, and I carefully wash. When I get to the inside, I'm using glass cleaner on the glass, on the windshield, and on the windows. And then I use a soft cloth, just a damp soft cloth to wipe down the interior. I get any crumbs out with that damp soft cloth. So that's the way I wash my car without taking it through a car wash. Number four, about anything that you get at a gas station, except for the gas. So you can walk into a gas station and you see all kinds of stuff there, and it's meant to appeal to you to buy. Oh, I need that candy bar. I need those nuts, maybe the cashews. I need a donut. I need a cookie. I need 2 slices of pizza, maybe a whole pizza. Those are things meant to entice you to make a bigger profit than what they're making on the gas. I ignore those items. I will not pay for those items. If there's something I want, like the candy bar occasionally, I put it on my list for the grocery store. I'm paying a large price for convenience if I buy this stuff there. So I'm not buying it there. So number 5 is debit and credit card fees. A lot of people are using debit and credit cards now. I get it, it's more convenient than carrying cash, but many times you're paying a fee for the convenience of doing that. Not always, but if I go someplace where don't know if they charge a fee for using a debit or credit card, I will ask, and then I make my decision how I'm going to pay for it. Now, the exception to that would be if I'm buying furniture or an appliance that they're going to be delivering to me. Those I will put on a credit card. I want that protection. That way, if it doesn't get delivered, if there's something wrong with it, I can call the credit card company and get it removed, or ask them to do fraud protection type stuff. That's not the proper terminology, but I ask them to, first I'll ask the store to remove it, and then I will ask, if they won't, then I'll ask the credit card company to step in. And many times your credit card companies will step in, especially if you've been a good loyal customer. And so I don't pay debit or credit card fees to buy something. Number 6, I don't pay checking account fees, kind of along the same line of not paying the debit and credit card fees. There's plenty of banks out there in my area where you can get a checking account without a fee, and you don't have to have a large balance. Now, you may have to shop around for a few banks. You may pick up the phone and call and see who offers that, but there are banks out there that offer that. If you don't find one in your area, then you may need a larger balance to avoid that checking account fee. But you'll probably find one in your area if you live in some place that has at least 20,000 people. I've never had a problem finding one. Number 7, and I know people love their devices, but new cell phones. I rarely buy a new cell phone. Now, when I buy a cell phone, it is usually new. But this phone, the phone that I have right now, is the iPhone SE3. That's what I'm recording on. I bought this in May of 2022. Last year I did replace the battery. So this phone will be 4 years old in a couple months. Yes, it has a new battery. And my original iPhone was an iPhone 5S, which I think came out sometime in 2013. And I probably got it as a Christmas present to myself at the end of 2013. I had that phone for about 4 years, maybe 5 years, when the original iPhone SE came out. I switched to the original iPhone SE at that point. I had put a couple batteries in that, and when I got ready, so I bought the present iPhone that I have right now. I just heard today that Apple is coming out this year. I think it may be for sale now, in fact, the iPhone 17e, which is 2 versions beyond the iPhone SE3, because they came out with the 16e whenever they did the 16. The 16e came out right after that, and now they're doing the 17e, and it's their new labeling for what used to be the iPhone SE, whatever number they had on it. So I may be buying that next year. We'll see. I'm not sure yet. And the last thing is, and this will not apply to everybody, I don't buy cat toys. I have bought cat toys in the past, and many of you know that I have a cat, but I have bought cat toys in the past. She won't play with it. She watches me play with it. She likes seeing me move those toys around. She likes seeing me pick up the mice and throw the stuffed mice. No, she wants no part of actually playing it with herself, with the exception of her eyes start back and forth when I'm doing it. So she wants no part in that. What she does do is she'll find a dust bunny on the floor. That's her toy. She loves playing with the dust bunnies. So she plays with the dust bunny. So what can I say? I mean, I've tried a variety of different toys for her, and none of them have worked. So why spend my money on that when she's not going to play with it? So let's recap this. Number 1, I don't buy no pads. Number 2, I don't buy new clothes except for underwear and shoes. Number 3, I rarely buy a car wash. Number 4, I don't buy things at the gas station, with the exception of gas, because you're overpaying for everything. And oh, by the way, if I went to Buc-ee's, I've never been to a Buc-ee's. If I went to Buc-ee's, I may have a different take on that. I know that that's a whole experience situation, but I've never been there. And I'm guessing that everything there is marked up too. That's my guess, but I could be wrong. You're probably paying for the Buc-ee's experience, but again, I could be wrong. I don't pay debit credit card fees unless it's a piece of furniture or an appliance that's going to be delivered, and even then I try not to pay the fee if I can figure a way around it. But usually I've not found a furniture store or appliance store that's done that. When I bought my furniture or appliances, that wasn't happening. So number 6, no checking account fees. Number 7, I don't frequently buy a new phone. And number 8, I don't buy cat toys anymore. So next time, guys, bye.